In Tarhuna, they're unburying the dead. Here, Libya's ceasefire is revealing the horror of its civil war. Some of the bodies were dumped here only last year. Many bound, blindfolded and tortured. In these graves, they've found men, women and children. 140 bodies and counting, a tally of the war's brutality carved in the desert sand. Tarhuna is a town of ghosts, where the dead are buried twice. Today it's Ismail's turn. This number might match his body to his family's DNA. It's one of 13 burials today. Abdul Maman Mahmoud has lost everything. Ismail was his brother, the fourth member of his family he's brought to this cemetery.
They took my family from their homes. They were just civilian. In October 2020, Al-Qani militia came in cars that belonged to the state. They took them away from their homes and killed them.
And others are still searching for relatives who fell foul of the local militia.
If you have money, you die. You got in discussion with me, you die. You don't support me, you die. You die for nothing.
This is what happens when a state collapses, when militiamen and warlords hold a gun to a country's head, a knife to its throat. Libya, for the first time in years, has a unified government. But the question here is, will the gunmen who committed atrocities across this country still rule here? The 7 Al-Qani brothers, that's Mohsen on the right, terrorised this town. They played both sides in the civil war. They were the law here. They picked the wrong side and were run out of town. Libya's had a vicious 10 years. The country was split in two, and extremists thrived. Finally, a ceasefire was called last October. That's allowed a respite of sorts for funerals old and new. It's at least given Tarhuna time to recover its dead. But elsewhere in Libya, the killings haven't stopped. Despite a ceasefire, the men with guns haven't relinquished power and are still adding to the country's body count.